This episode is brought to you by CarterComics.com. It's your one-stop shop for all your comic needs, whether it be graded or raw. Carter Comics has got it all. All you gotta do is go to CarterComics.com, fill your card up with all their amazing comics. Use the discount code FREAKNET, FREAKNET. Save you 10% at checkout. Not only on their website, but also at their eBay account. And the link to eBay can be found on their homepage at CarterComics.com. Again, CarterComics.com is your one-stop shop for all comic needs.
It's time! It's time! It's JFW time!
Guys, this is our time to get started ring with the greatest faction in podcast history. Freakin Wrestling, the JFW Podcast, hosted by Travis.
And I am the Faction Slayer and 1/3 of the IPW Trios Champions, Nubby, the Amazing Turtle.
And I am the King of Combat, the top of the food chain, Apex.
Yeah.
Taking a week off. I mean, well, it's rough. Yeah, no. I mean, I don't know. It's not too rough because here I am on a 3-week break from my other podcast. But I don't know. Taking a week off from this it just feels weird coming back into it.
It threw me off, and that's kind of why when you're like sent the link, and I was like, oh crap, I gotta go get set up.
Yeah. It'll be fine though. We do got 4 shows we got to talk about. It's coming up this weekend. So we're gonna cover those: ARWPRO, Wrestle League, DREAMWAVE, and Superwrestlers. Once we kind of talk about those matches and everything that's coming up, we're gonna talk about something that happened over the weekend.
Okay.
Most people already know about it, so we'll talk about it afterwards. But we'll kind of dive into a little bit about that, and then at the very end, once we're all said and done, I'm gonna ask for the listeners and everything to do us a favor. So
I do have one little exclusive for you, Travis.
Do you?
Yeah, since we didn't get to really chat last week, Eric Schultz, his reign as Northland Pro champion came to an end last weekend.
Like,
okay.
Match, or was he stripped?
He lost the match.
Oh,
I didn't even know Northland had a show.
Well, that's because, they don't
promote.
They promote, just sometimes I overlook it since we haven't talked about it in forever. But they had it. They had a show last week, and the new champion is Doug Simmons.
Well, congratulations, Doug.
And turns out that Nate came back and was in the corner of some sort for Eric Schultz, and he just happened to have his back. There was some ref bumps. Schultz tried to cheat. It wouldn't work out. And Doug thought he was going to cheat too, but he decided not to. And then Schultz did cheat, but then didn't work because Doug kicked out. And then Doug just, one last minute of strength, beat Eric Schultz and ended the reign. Schultz is not happy, of course. I mean, why would anybody be happy for losing a championship? He thinks he was screwed, and he's going to find some legal ways to get his title back.
Yeah, just when I was starting to like him, too.
I still like him. He's never done anything. He's never done anything to me.
Yeah, that's kind of true. I guess it makes sense.
Swell guy. Well, we'll keep an eye out for Northland then. Their show poster is actually pretty cool looking. Northland Pro Wrestling Mega Crusade for them. Cool. Okay. Well, hey, you know what? He's still Genesis champion, so I mean, at least says that. So, I guess mentioned if anyone on social media cares, Southland Championship Wrestling does have a show in June, a couple weeks from now. Kankakee. We'll talk about it maybe. I don't know. So I feel.
Wasn't asked to be part of it, but that's fine.
Ask neither of I. That's fine though.
Only 1/3 was, I guess.
That's
Sorry.
fine. Yeah. Yeah. Thank God the general manager found out about an upcoming show from somebody's on the fucking IL, but whatever.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank God. Thank God. Thank you, SCW. Well, Pex, if you go, hope you have a good time, man.
Yeah. I'll let you know.
Yeah.
Figure
I
out
can't
what
wait. I can't wait for us to release this show on Tuesday. So Wednesday evening, I get a text from somebody at SCW. So, hey, bro, come to the show next Saturday.
Yeah, 100%. I could see that happening.
No. Oh, it's going to happen. That's typically how it happens, but it's fine because I don't care about being liked or hated anymore. Well, actually, I never did before, but it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm just that bitter, entitled fucking wrestling fan that feels that he's part of something. And I was never like that. I mean, you get Nubby, who recommends me to be the star of Rocket Pro's Nova Awards, and just start going to your head.
Yeah, apparently. You've outpriced yourself, Travis.
I'm just saying. I mean, LIM sister thinks it'd be Steve Michaels. I mean, why do they recommend an undeniable guy?
Yeah, it is interesting. But well, at the same time, who actually said it? Because multiple members of the LIM run that page. Was it Tony Gabagool? Was it Pac-Man?
It can't be Pac-Man. He threw his he hung his shirt outside the garbage can because that's good enough for throwing it away or whatever the hell he needed to do to make a point.
Okay.
Or could be the new LIM champion, Double J. Who knows?
I can see that. Yeah. Is he still doing training?
As far as I know, yes.
Good for him. Good for Double J. That's awesome. Okay. We'll see. Nubby, he's got 3. I got 1. Paxman over there is just sitting there now.
I'm enjoying the week.
Yeah, there you go. Let's start with Super Wrestlers. We know the Power Hour is going to have Billy Whack on this week's episode. So let's start there. Let's start with Super Wrestlers.
Perfect. So the Super Wrestlers presents Wrath of the Super Wrestlers, and it takes place this upcoming Sunday, June 15th, at the Concord Music Hall, 2047 North Milwaukee Avenue in Chicago, Illinois. Doors open at 6 p.m. Bell time, I'd say, is about 7 p.m. Tickets. Go to the link on Super Wrestlers Facebook page for that information. I don't have a card. It's been known that Super Wrestlers don't post a card because you never know what's going to happen at the music hall. I mean, anything and everything happens at a Super Wrestler show.
Mm-hmm.
For any, if you want to go back to the archives or, catch yourself up, go to their YouTube page under the Super Wrestlers, or catch up on Facebook, read some of the stuff that's been out, some promos, and any other information. But as Travis said, Billy Whack will be on the Power Hour this week, and maybe he'll provide a match card, maybe a few matches, talk about what's going to happen, maybe some surprises he may just, speak about, or just save them for Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
I have not been to a show yet. I was hoping to go this Sunday, but got other things planned.
Would be cool.
But I've been trying to, keep up with it. And I'm just amazed at how awesome these shows are. Just the clips alone, even though they don't do it justice, just awesome, different kind of pro wrestling, with, I guess, a comic book feel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's awesome. Awesome what they do over there.
Yeah. The one thing I will say for people who go onto Facebook to go to the link to buy tickets online and everything, I know the one thing that may kind of deter them is the fact that general admission tickets are, well, it's all general admission, but they're roughly $45. I've never personally been to one. People who have say it's worth it.
Yeah, it's a show. it's a hell.
The idea that, yes, compared to most other wrestling companies, double, even triple the price of admission, but the performance, the production, everything that they put into this, that's where the value comes into the ticket. So, and again,
it's at an indie show when you're looking at everything you're doing, you're looking at like this is a big time event.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. So, yes, tickets are a little bit high, but again, definitely check it out. I also noticed, I don't know how I didn't notice it before, but the chef that they have,
Yep,
looks like Farva.
Officer Farva.
Yeah.
What a goddamn liter of cola.
Jeez. Give me a bacon double cheeseburger. Bacon double cheeseburgers for a cop. That's supposed to mean we got spit in it now.
No, just so he makes it good and fresh. Officer.
Yeah. Just get a large Farva. I don't want a large Farva. I want a goddamn liter.
I love every callback to the second one to every joke in the first one.
What can I get you guys? Liter of cola? What? Liter of cola?
I think I'm gonna love it here. Bring me all 10 right now. Will you order 10? You get the 11 one. Yeah, bring me all of them right now.
Yeah.
Drink them all.
Yeah, get that log going. Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
anything else about Super Wrestlers, Nubby?
That's about it. Again, check out the Power Hour this week. Billy of the Whack, I should say. Gotta be right. Gotta tell it right. He'll be a guest. Yeah, he'll be on. He'll tell you what you need to know, or maybe he'll just save it. But it's always entertaining watching Billy Whack talk.
yes. So I go really far back with him working at a game store back in when I was like 19. And he hit me up probably at 22. He's like, "You ready to come wrestle now, brother?" He's like, "I'm gonna train you." And I was so deep in the MMA career at that time, I told him no. And 13 years later, I finally made it. I think that was like the first thing I said to him when I finally started training. I was like, "I made it." It took me a while, but I finally am joined.
It's this Sunday, June 15th, at the Concord Music Hall, 2047 North Milwaukee Avenue in Chicago, Illinois. Tickets on the link on Facebook. Doors open at 6 p.m. Bell time 7 p.m.
Okay. So I'm getting enthralled into the videos that Super Wrestlers has on their Facebook page.
Yeah, they're pretty good. That's a rabbit hole you don't want to go down right now.
I definitely recommend anyone go check it out. Shogun just kicked Canadad in the face.
Canadad.
Canadad. Canadad.
Greatest frames to have him come into a match was right after the whole tariff thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, that was good.
Oh yeah. Okay. Nubby, roll into Wrestle League. Let's get that one going.
All right. Because Wrestle League is this Friday, June 13th, and they present the Blow Show, which means Bodacious Lads of Wrestling.
Now, this is the first show that they had since their quote-unquote WrestleMania, right? No, there was one we missed. Yeah, the anniversary, March. Yeah.
I think so.
They had one on May 7th.
Oh, we missed that.
I don't know.
Right?
I think we missed one. Who knows?
Yeah, we tend to miss things because
there's just so many. There's so many.
We're just podcasters. We don't know nothing.
Tell you what, I could guarantee that somebody from Wrestle League watches this show or listens to this show. Whether it's a booker, a promoter, an owner, or a wrestler, send us shit when it happens. Help us out. Just think like, oh, this is a company I work for. I would love for them to get promoted on a podcast. Let me simply send a message and say, hey, this show's coming up. Let's do it.
Stop making sense, Travis.
It's nutty. I want to say this is the first show since the WrestleMania show, but I always feel like there was one in between that we missed. I just can't remember, but
It wouldn't be surprising if we did miss one.
yeah, it's just kind of who we are.
We are who we are. We do what we do. Sometimes we miss things. Sometimes I bleed. Sometimes
you bleed, yeah.
It happens.
Yeah, there's a human, or whatever the fucking saying is. But we're not gonna miss this one because this one we know about.
Yes. And I think we've known about it for a while because they sent you the flyer and we talked about it.
Yeah, you did. You sent me the flyer.
I did.
That's right.
I just love the word bodacious. It's very turtle-like.
Bodacious.
It sounds like a
Love it.
emu, like LIM.
Really burns the nostrils.
The bodacious lads of wrestling. This sounds like something like Pac-Man will put together. Like I'm no longer an LIM member. I need to come up with another goofy group name. You know what? I'm gonna go with Blow. And who is Blow? That's me. Blow's me.
Phrasing. Doing
Oh,
it.
I just want to give Tom something he could clip
Do
over
it
for his
again.
little show.
I'm sure he will.
I'm sure he will. He needs something. He needs something for his show to be entertaining.
Oh boy.
I mean, he took your recent clip again. What was it? The three-way with dads or something.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, it's
Lucha de Mayo. That's one we missed.
okay. That's
And the
right.
Goose. Yeah. That's one we missed.
So the show
knew
is
it.
featuring some of the best and most entertaining pro wrestlers around. You're guaranteed to have the time of your life.
Mhm.
It's at the Lincoln Hall, 2424 North Lincoln Avenue in Chicago, Illinois. Doors open at 7 p.m. Bell time is 8 p.m. Their admission tickets are just $25. Ticket link on Facebook if you want them in advance.
18 plus.
Ooh,
Well,
This
very
is an
adult.
18 over show.
not a kid show.
Adult. I love adult shows.
$40.50 for VIP, $18.50 for general admission. Student, $28.50 for general admission. Will call. $28.50 for general admission and $40.50 for VIP.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
All right. So we've got a tag team match.
Mm.
Now, it's going to be the team of.
Where's that? Hold on. There we go. It's my hand.
Yes.
I just want to say this before I forget it. I don't care. VIP includes special seating on stage. Plus, you'll be included in a free raffle, which will include a chance to win a trip to Vegas and a signed poster for the event. So there we go.
Cool.
40. That's why it's $40.50 because you could also get a trip to Vegas. So
Ooh, I like Vegas.
never been.
Vegas, baby.
Heard good things.
I was there for one day.
You've heard good things about Vegas?
Yeah, I heard for the right price you could guarantee to find love.
That might be true.
You'll find love and lose a lot of money at the same time.
Possibly
I actually left Vegas even, which counts as winning because I didn't lose money.
I've always heard what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Yeah, that's why you don't. That's why I'm wondering how you heard good
Oh,
things.
yeah.
So I was confused.
I've seen The Hangover.
So we've got a tag team match, and it will be Team Ray of Sunshine. As it'll be Disco Ray and the debuting of Sonika Sunshine as they take on an unknown tag team in an open challenge. Now, Disco Ray, we know, can wrestle and can dance.
Mm-hmm.
Sonika Sunshine can dance. I've seen her dance. She can.
Okay.
Can she fight? Well, you got to find out this Friday.
These are the questions.
This is her debut match.
Okay.
Is she trained by Wrestle League?
Yes, she is a Wrestle League student.
Good for her. That's awesome.
So that means she'll do well because everyone coming from Wrestle League are kicking ass everywhere they go.
Well, yeah, I think half the champions in Frontline are
Yeah,
are Wrestle League folks.
Graduates.
pretty much.
Mhm. One in Rocket Pro, Lisa, I know of.
Yeah. Kid Lat.
Yeah, yeah.
He's also a tag team champion at Frontline.
See, yeah. Yeah. Wrestle League knows what they're doing.
Yeah, they do. Then we got some singles action in a match where both stars make their debuts against each other. As Danny G takes on Nyx Wild. Both stars want to make a good first impression, but only one can win. Which is true, only one can win.
There can be only one.
That's
Only
usually how it
one.
works.
Then we will see the boring. We will see J.R. Lindsay go in the vanity table to have a talk with Jay Vanity. Based off their last interaction, we don't know what will be said or what will happen. Yeah, I heard some things went down. We shall see. It may not end well for J.R. Lindsay, but then again, it never does.
Mm.
He lost the women's championship at the anniversary show. He got his ass beat by Steve Michaels at the IPW show. So he's on a big losing streak because he is a loser.
That's true.
Only losers lose, as Jack Moody would say.
And in about 6 months, he'll change his gimmick again and he'll just start fresh.
Yeah, why not?
Maybe he'll become a cruiserweight champion or something.
I mean, he was a women's champion, so I mean, give it time.
Yeah.
That's an interesting choice, yes.
Mhm.
Or maybe a tag team champion, but by himself.
Yeah.
Speaking of champions, we have the Urban Crown champion, Tully Bodarelli, defending his championship against another debuting star in Cujo. This should be interesting. I know a lot about Cujo. He's been kicking some ass elsewhere. So
Yeah. Why is he named after a dog in Stephen King but dressed like a clown?
Stephen King write it as well? I mean, maybe it's just a Stephen King thing.
That would make sense. That would make sense. Holy
Yeah.
shit! There's
It
a
probably is
theatrical
nothing
video.
that I might have just came up with that. That's funny.
No, I mean, listen. I mean, no.
Uh-oh.
There's a theatrical video of him walking through some abandoned building. Now I'm interested. Theatrics. That's what people. I mean, that's what wrestling needs. Give a shit about your gimmick. Put some videos out.
And promote yourself.
Mhm.
What a
Right?
concept.
You got a show coming up? Maybe put it on your Facebook page. Who knows? Maybe that'll help.
Nah, that doesn't do anything for anybody.
Nah, I don't know. It's crazy talk.
Yeah, it's weird thoughts you have.
It's true. Let's see. In our semi-main event, we have the Wrestle League Tag Team Champions, No Priv. They put their tag titles on the line against the team of Thunder and Lightning, Adonis Allen and Kid Lat. So the Frontline Pro Tag Team Champions are getting a Wrestle League Tag Team title shot.
Do they come out to Thunder by what the hell is that band called? Imagine Dragons?
I don't know.
God, they should.
You have to ask them.
Young gun with a quick shoot. I mean, if I go to the show, I can find out.
You could.
Yeah, but I mean that involves me going up to Chicago
Yeah.
on a Friday
Ugh.
at night.
I mean, I get close to Chicago once a month on a Friday, and it's kind of yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh-huh. But in our main event, we will see the most dangerous man in wrestling, Maurice, take on his longtime friend, turned bitter rival in Mateo Valentine.
That's awesome. It's kind of surprising me that Hunik isn't mentioned on here.
And you would think since he is the champion,
Right? Yeah.
maybe his opponent just won't be there. Or maybe he will be there. We don't know.
I mean, there's card subject to change, right? I mean, there's
Yeah.
a possibility that he may pop up.
I mean, these are just some of the matches announced. There could be more.
Yeah. Right? I mean, Brittany K could maybe defend her titles. Yeah, there's still options, I guess.
We've got options, no doubt.
We do got options, I understand.
But yeah, that is the card as of right now. So stay tuned to Facebook, Wrestle League LLC, or Wrestle League on Twitter or Instagram to find out more information as they come along. But there is a show this Friday, June 13th at the Lincoln Hall, 2424 North Lincoln Avenue in Chicago, Illinois. Doors open 7 p.m. Bell time 8 p.m. General admission tickets $25. Tickets link on Facebook. Audacious Lads of Wrestling.
Audacious Lads of Wrestling. What's that one? There was something I want to look up that I want to kind of shout out. I do want to mention it's not a company we talk about, but Black Label Pro has a show this Saturday.
We have talked about them before, just haven't.
We just never. Yeah, we never include them on the rundown to get match cards and all that stuff. I want to mention this one because Cora Jade, former Cora Jade, is on the show.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I think this is the second show since her release. I think there was one in Texas that she did either last week or maybe even this coming Friday or something. But Coco Beware is gonna be on the show, and obviously, like I mentioned, Cora Jade's on here, but I can't remember what her new name is.
I believe it's
something Black.
Elena Black.
Elena Black. There we go. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll start talking about Black Label Pro. Who knows?
I'm gonna have to give them a follow. That way, I can keep up with it.
There we go. But the one company we do talk about is DREAMWAVE Wrestling. They too have a show this Saturday. It is at the Casey Club at 209 Gooding Street in LaSalle, Illinois. Doors open at 5. Bell time is at 6. Tickets are available. Go to dreamwavewrestling.com. Purchase your tickets through there. Pre-show meet and greets at 4 p.m. in the lobby. As I mentioned, doors open at 5. The bell will start at 6. Estimated duration of the show is about 3 hours. Some of the matches announced. You got Maggie Lee going against Bert Vixen for the DreamWave Women's Championship. Got Connor Hopkins going against Kobe Corino for the DreamWave Championship. Brittany Brooks taking on Zeta Steel. Cody Lane is going against Gringo Loco for the Dreamwave Alternative title. There's a fatal 4-way for the Uprising Alternative title. Rebecca J. Scott, Fallon Gray, Becca, and Sierra. The new guys put their tag team titles on the line against the Premier. Channing Thomas will be going one-on-one with Marcus Mathers. And the Hype will be going up against Hot Commodity.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I don't know why I say you can buy your tickets because there's a good chance it's probably already sold out. Oh my god, is it not sold out yet? Wow.
Oh.
General admission sold out. Kids tickets are sold out. Second row sold out. VIP front row tickets appear to still be available.
And how much were those?
$48.25.
Of course they are.
Yeah. So, if you want to go check out DreamWave, go out to LaSalle. Front row tickets are still available. How many? I could not give you an answer on that, but go buy them up. See what happens.
And if you don't, well, then you're missing out.
Yeah, I did my due diligence on it. So, all right, Nubby, let's hit ARWPRO.
All right. So we got ARWPRO, and they're presenting the final chapter. What that means, I don't know.
We still have no idea what the final chapter is yet.
It can mean a lot of things. It can mean an official last time at the American Legion Post. It can mean the final chapter of this era that's going on in ARW. We don't know. Or it could be the final time of what's his nuts, Dave Allen being owner. We don't know.
Maybe with Dave Allen being owner, he's going to change the name of ARWPRO, and this is the last show that's be ran by ARWPRO.
That could be possible.
He's going to change the name of it somehow.
Yeah, maybe.
Like Flawless Wrestling Alliance.
Hey. Now, if he does that, that means he listens to the show.
Yeah. Or he's going to call it just Freakin Wrestling.
And then that would just be a dick move.
It'd be a huge dick move because, there's only one of us. Well, I guess in that tuxedo place or whatever, but whatever.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
Yeah. Anyone got an update on Chet?
Not since everything went well. They said he was at home.
Okay. I did see a post surgery that he was fine. So
Yeah.
That's all I've heard so far. And he messaged me that he made it through and he's resting now and recovering. So.
Gotcha. And what did they say the recovery time is? Like 6 or 7 years?
Few months.
I'd do a decade to be on the safe side.
Hey, he must be doing all right.
Cannot be too careful, I guess.
He must be doing okay, though, because he's posting on social media talking his shit already. So,
he's doing. Yeah, just sit at home. You can watch ARW when it posts up on YouTube a couple weeks after. You're fine.
with his fanny pack and Crocs.
Yeah.
Sweatpants.
Yeah. Goof.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
the show takes place this Friday.
Let's go, Creed.
What? I'm sorry.
Friday, June 13th. Friday the 13th, I should say.
You good, Nubby? You okay there?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm fine.
Right, dude just sounds like he's trying to steal gasoline in an apocalyptic world.
That's hilarious.
It takes place at the American Legion Post 100, 1899 Central Avenue in Lake Station, Indiana. Doors open at 6:30 p.m. and bell time is 7:30 p.m. General admission is $15. All right. We have 4 matches announced so far. We have a tag team match as the Cole twins take on your favorite tag team, Travis.
Bros?
The Briox Bros.
The Briox Bros.
The Briox Bros. Fuck yeah. Don't need nothing but a good time. How can I resist? All right, go ahead.
We have a singles match. Now, this was made by the owner, Dave Allen, I guess out of spite, we should say.
Spite.
It will be Judas Chavez taking on Isaac Slate. Now, here's the out of spite part.
Okay.
If Judas loses, he is gone from ARW.
Interesting.
ARW has been in Judas's life since he was a baby.
Quite literally, yes. Yeah.
Literally.
Well, he is also only 12 years old, so I mean, it's not
Oh
that
yeah.
Has it been that long? Yeah, has it been that long?
We're going down now, type shit.
Great. I'm never getting booked.
Neither am
They,
I.
they won't want you.
Yeah, no, I'm not needed, I guess.
Nah, it's fine.
Neither am I.
You'll be
Not
okay.
not even at shows that I'm on. That's fine.
Oh, true though. Damn it, Turtle.
Yeah.
I mean, God forbid I'm over, but that's fine. So yeah,
Nubby gets pops.
I get popped.
Nubby gets pops.
Apparently, we don't know what pops are. That's
No.
what I mean. We don't know what the crowd really wants.
Ain't talking about the cereal.
I don't like that cereal anyway, but I get it.
I wasn't a fan of it.
No big fan, but I get it. I hate monsters. That's an awesome cereal. I love cereal, so no regrets.
The bodybuilder's guilty pleasure.
Is it?
Yep, that's like their go-to carb sugar source. But
I like that one, and Smacks I think is always is underrated.
Smacks is definitely underrated.
I love Smacks. But Pops and Smacks are the kind of cereal you got to eat real quick because once it gets soggy, it's kind of like
It ruined it. Yeah, it's not I absorb the milk cereal and tastes good. It only tastes good while it still has the crunch to it.
exactly. So
That's why I stick with the Reese's and the Cocoa Puffs because they're good with milk, no matter what.
See, I like Cocoa Pebbles over Cocoa Puffs.
Cocoa Pebbles, yes. Let's go.
If they're my last resort because they do get soggy at times. So.
They get soggy quick, but honestly, they don't last.
It's still good. That's the thing. It's still good soggy. I don't know why. It still is.
Yeah. Plus the chocolate milk afterwards. God.
Dude, I need to go get Cocoa Pebbles. I don't have any in this house. I gotta go get.
Yeah. Get the off-brand ones, man. It's more affordable and it tastes just the same.
Okay, Aldi trip it is.
Yeah. Frosty mini wheats are also a good one.
Yeah, we do. We get the Kellogg's Chocolate Delight.
Ooh. Raisin Bran Crunch. Gotta go Raisin Bran Crunch though, not Raisin Bran. Don't be 50.
No. Don't be
Yeah.
basic.
Yeah, don't be a Hunter Pain. Yeah. Put your actual teeth to work.
Oh my god.
Gotcha. All right, Nubby. Yeah, so Judas could be gone from. He could be hanging out with his dad soon.
Yeah, they could be on the unemployment line at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, unless he shows up out of nowhere to help. But if I know Dave Allen, he'll have scabs in place for security, kind of like Carl, who claims to be a ref, but he's just a scab with a referee shirt. He can't count. He can't count for the life of him.
No.
And his pants fall off. He doesn't believe in having a belt that actually fits.
It's almost like they were invented for a reason.
You would think, right?
Yeah.
But that's fine. Someday he'll come around and realize, oh, he's not getting paid to get a new belt. It's fine. Continue to be the bitch.
Yeah, it's okay.
I've been there. Butler, bitch, all the same. We have a good match now. I say main event quality match of the night, if you ask me. As much as I don't want to give this fucking guy any credit.
Why do we keep bringing it up? I understand he's on the cards, but can we just skip his matches from now on?
Good.
Please?
You don't listen to the show anyways.
No.
Yeah. So fuck him.
But I happen to like the guy he's facing, so I will have to promote him.
All right. I get it.
I mean, I partially like him. Depends on what show we're on.
It depends on the promotion.
Yeah. Because Shaq Jordan.
Okay.
Who was honorary tag team champion last month with Muggsy James. He'll be taking on that guy. The golden child.
The golden goose wishes. I don't know.
Not so sharpshooter anymore, I guess.
Well, no, because he moved his index finger.
It's no longer this anymore.
Yeah,
Now
he moved his index finger a
this.
little bit, and
So he's the crossbow, if you will.
He's like the finger banger, whatever the fuck he is now.
Right?
Finger banger.
I think his fiance had a birthday recently.
What'd you get her?
Huh?
What'd you get her?
Relationship doubt.
Well, she is with Creed, so
She is a kid, yeah.
Oh,
I think she did. I'm not quite sure. If you did, happy birthday to you. I'm sure she listens.
totally did have a birthday this week. Totally did.
Did she have a birthday this week? Okay, well.
There was actually her birthday this week.
Oh, well, there you go. Happy birthday. Yeah, see, it could be nice.
well, acknowledgement to the hot girl JFW. Happy
Hell
birthday.
yeah.
Oh God.
Okay, despite the hatred and all that happy stuff, this match is gonna be great.
It is.
We can hate the guy all we want, but he's good in the ring. He's scared to face me, but he's a talented individual, and this match with Shaq will be fire. Match of the night. Should be main event, but it probably won't.
Is there a title match too that show?
Yeah, there will be a title match.
I mean, I literally did watch Shaq steal the show pretty much from a title match main event that included Moose last weekend. So it's definitely possible. Was it 2 weekends ago already? Yes. Wow, it's been already 31st.
You know, Shaq is a show stealer. He could be the new showstopper.
I'm game.
He's a Steve Stopper. We saw what happened at ARWPRO.
Haha.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fun fact, Steve's going to be at this show.
And
you
know what? You know what?
Come on.
It is true. Announced last week, Steve is making his debut into ARW as a special commentator because Josh is not going to be in the house. He is injured thanks to the asshole we were just talking about.
That's right. See, it all connects. So, because of Creed, Steve gets to work a show for ARW as the guy who got him the opportunity is going up against the guy who took him out of ARWPRO. So, it just all kind of blends together.
So
we can't talk about those two shows at the same time, though.
Can't cross the streams, but
Can't cross streams, no. No.
Quite
Stay on your side. Stay on your side, Indiana.
yeah. But yeah, that match will be great, and Steve calling it is going to make that match even greater because he is a great commentator. He'll put everybody over. So, fuck you, James Creed. Your match is going to be great.
If there's one thing I know about Steve, he sure as hell puts everybody over.
Yeah. Okay.
Even you.
I know, it's nutty. I hope when I am gone and I am no longer doing this, that Rocket Pro Wrestling puts Travis in my place. You know they're going to stop it. Like I need his fucking recommendation.
Right. Oh God.
And then lastly, the ARW title is on the line as Greg Glover will defend his championship against the Indiana State champion, Josh Moon.
Rumor has it they met in a parking garage, which didn't know Indiana had those. So
I always thought it was a she shed. But I guess it works. Like most strip clubs in the she shed. All right. So that is ARW, the final chapter, taking place this Friday, June 13th, Friday the 13th. Oh wait, before I get into that part again, there was one more thing of business I forgot to write down here. Attention, ARW fans. With the final chapter on the horizon, we encourage the audience to dress up on Friday the 13th in the spirit of Summerween. as we ourselves have a spooky surprise look for the show.
Summerween.
Yeah.
So dumb. Okay, that's cool though. That's cute. That's cute. Cool.
So
Anything
yeah,
else?
that is it. That's the card as of right now. Stay tuned throughout the week if more matches get announced. Again, this Friday, June 13th, Friday the 13th, American Legion Post, 11899 Central Avenue in Lake Station, Indiana. Doors open at 6:30 p.m. Bell time 7:30 p.m. General admission tickets $15.
Not bad. Not bad price.
We're gonna cover the results for these shows next Monday. Next Monday, we're gonna get back into the groove of the bigger shows because we're gonna have match cards for Backbreaker Wrestling, New Genesis Wrestling, Chicago Styles Saturday show.
Yep.
Defiant Pro Wrestling. We'll be able to talk about the match card for there, and I know we won't have a card for it, but Ego Pro will be at the Thunderbolts game for Wrestling Thursday. So.
Yeah, the only thing that stinks is we don't get match cards, but things happen. So you don't want to miss them usually.
Absolutely. Okay. I know typically, which surprisingly, we're only 45 minutes into this episode, which is fantastic. This is how shows should be. Daylight out still. It's daylight out still.
Oh, we will have Wrestle League next week as well for their show on the 21st.
Oh, okay.
Is Wrestle League have a show next week?
Yeah, I sent you the flyer.
I'll call bullshit because I don't believe you did.
No.
I did.
Wrestle League, didn't we? Don't they have a show this week?
They do, and then they got one next week at the Homewood Auditorium.
I don't believe you.
Well, go check.
When did you send me that flyer?
It had to have been on May 30th when I saved it to my phone.
I'm gonna call bullshit.
You can call bullshit all you want, but you did acknowledge it, so
That don't sound like me.
that's
There's
fine.
no way. There's no way. Wrestle League? Are you sure it's Wrestle League?
Yes.
Okay, well, I'll believe you. Send me the flyer again. If you saved it in your phone, resend me the flyer.
Okay.
I don't get it. Fucking, we're supposed to have like 30
Nah.
Frontline Pro shows, and now we're replacing them with Wrestle League.
It happens.
How many companies can I fucking burn the bridge for Apex on?
I mean, that can't be too hard, can it?
Okay. Yeah, no, I remember this now. The Last Dance. Wait, didn't somebody else have The Last Dance as a show name?
They did. There has been The Last Dance a few times, and there also was the Bulls The Last Dance.
Was it AA? Well, I know the Bulls. Was that AAW?
It might have been. It's not last something. They did last something.
It did. Okay, that's fine. Cool. So next week.
Oh, that's a cool
Okay.
flyer. I remember this flyer actually. No, he did send this.
Yeah, but it was like a month ago.
I mean, there's a good amount of conversation between them. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
It was
So
the last show.
Yeah. So typically, we usually go around and we're gonna talk about like final freaking thoughts and shit like that. But we're gonna kind of put that out to the side because I think we all kind of have the same idea on what's going on in wrestling these days, and it's weird because we've talked about wrestlers passing on this show, referees, bookers, promoters, and stuff like that. And Nubby, obviously having 20 plus years in this business and pretty well traveled, you personally know these people a lot more than I do. And obviously, Apex, like the guy we're going to talk about. But this is the one that probably like hit me the most, hit me the hardest. And I think that's only because of the interview that I did with him a couple years back. That again, Nubby, thank you for sharing that on Facebook. But obviously everyone knows, whoever's listening to this, if you're fans of independent wrestling and stuff, Ivan Manson passed away over the weekend. I think it was Saturday. It was announced.
Yeah,
it's weird because I know like because Nubby was the one that told all of us in our JFW chat, and knowing Nubby, like everyone knows Nubby, that's not a joke he'd make. So I don't know why I thought he's fucking with me. Because I know again, Nubby's not gonna,
He's not gonna joke about this.
He's not gonna joke about that.
Too many of our friends and brethren.
Yeah. So
Slightly.
that's a rough one. Ivan is a rough one, and I think when and I'm not good at talking about shit like this, so I'm gonna be all over the place when I do this. Apex made it a point for me not to feel guilt, but I do, and I know I'll get over it. But I've been talking about a part 2 interview with Ivan ever since he made his return back into wrestling, and I believe it was November of 2023. I think when he came back.
I think so, yeah.
Or not November, no. November of 2021 is when he retired. So whenever he came back into wrestling, I can't remember what I can't remember when he
Mr. Bill, or was it right before we did the Mr. Bill class?
It was
before. It was before. It was actually the summer of 23 because he was supposed to come back as a one-off. Okay. With the whole thing with the family and their debacle with the prospects and stuff. But then he ended up being full-time and joining his own faction.
Yeah.
Okay.
It sucks. I feel bad that I didn't get a chance to do that follow-up interview. I feel bad that he invited me out on his boat to do his show. The Brews, Booze, and Cruise, or whatever the name of it is. I can't remember off the top of my head right now. And I couldn't make it, and I had to push that off too. And I was hoping to do that this summer with him. And I was hoping to try to do that one and his part 2, because for those of you who listen to my interview with Ivan, is we kind of ran through a 20+ year career, near probably closer to 30 years, your career in the span of like 1 hour. And that just only scratches the surface of what he's done in this business. I mean, how I sat down with C-Red for 4 hours and I only got a chunk of that. That's why I was really excited going to part 2. I still have the notes from what I wanted to talk to him about in that part 2, and the fact that we didn't get to do it. And now knowing that that's never going to happen is something that sits with me right now. So it's rough. And there's something I want to do, and I want to talk about it after when we're all said and done. I'm going to mention it after. I'm actually going to put a video together and put one out on Facebook too for people who aren't this far into our show. But I wish that I could sit here and tell an Ivan story. I wish I could sit here and talk about all these cool things that I've experienced with Ivan, and I can't, because the last thing I saw Ivan Manson do, other than the Mr. Bill Classic, was his retirement speech at ARW. And, we're going back to 2021 when he retired. I wasn't around ARW, as far as I know, other than going down to IWA Productions for that one show or that whatever he did. He pretty much centered around ARW and the FAFO and all that stuff. And I never got back out to ARW since then. So for the time, or AFA, AFA, sorry. So for everything that he did in the business that I got to experience, whether that be SCW or ARW's feud, the family stuff I got to sit through at SCW, the Mr. Bill Classic, the DWA stuff, the little bit that I got from him, the times where post-show when he was at the Legion sitting in the bar, smoking and drinking with his friends, and being able to walk up to him and say hi to him, and my best friend, longest reigning 3-time SCW heavyweight champion, Max Holiday, like those were the guys that I loved watching in the business. The gritty, badass dudes that, they'll do a shot of whiskey, burn out a cigarette, and then go have their fucking match just to come back and take that second shot. I think that's why when it came to Ivan and who he was, that's what kind of drew me more to his gimmick. So because of everything he's done for me as a wrestling fan, I there's no way I can ever thank him for it. For what he's done for me as a podcaster and sitting down with me and actually doing that interview, I can never thank him for that either. But I can't sit here and pretend I knew the guy well. I mean, hell, I just found out Saturday that his name was Chad. It's I mean, I knew it wasn't Ivan. I knew that, but it sucks, dude. But nobody. Yeah, I mean, I'm guessing you. I mean, I know you knew him better than I did, regardless for what extent that is. You obviously knew Ivan better than I did.
So I guess in a way, I'm kind of in the same boat because I never got to have like those kind of stories. Never got to really hang out with him as much outside of the business. I'm like kind of like Braun and Lumberjack and all them. They were best friends and they had their memories for all those years. But my first time actually seeing him was at Vanguard. Probably 2006, 7, right around there, right around the time Elite Pro Wrestling was around, and I would go like to some Vanguard shows after that, and he was on it. Can't remember if I don't think the family was there then, but I think that was more of an ARW thing at the time. That's when I first got to see him. Never really had any interactions with him until 2017 at Global Championship Wrestling or Global Pro Wrestling, whatever it was. I don't remember. Global Pro Wrestling, yeah. GPW. How could I forget that? Jeez. So yeah, that's when I first officially met him. Got to ref a few of his matches. Then, got to interact with him in the at after parties and backstage in the ring. Great guy. I mean, I don't know what, like, some people had their issues with him. I don't see why. I mean, other than one little thing I had with him, but that was because of dumb shit. But that was settled instantly, because we're both professionals and we're great human beings that we can settle shit. And we were good. I think one of my favorite things, like our favorite encounters, was refereeing his tag match, him and Braun against Hardcore Impact in the retirement match. And I quote unquote that because it was technically a retirement match for whoever lost. They couldn't be in GPW for a whole year. But I also quote it because there were actual tires involved. Like literally, I think I can't remember how many tires were there. I just remember grabbing a bunch, bringing them to the ring, and then had to go back and get some more. You can blame Steve for that one because he had a truckload that he brought for this match.
It's always Steve.
Always Steve. It goes back to Steve. But having the honor and the privilege to ref that match was great. I think I get yelled at for misplacing some of the hardcore stuff with all the other junk that they used. Whatever, I get yelled at anyways, no matter what I do, even if I'm right. But that was one of my favorite matches that I got to rep of his. Another one that I repped, it was him and Lunatic. Now, I don't know why this happened. I don't know how I got myself in the middle of this, but they were not respecting my authority. And I was trying to separate them at the time, but somehow they didn't like me disciplining them. So Ivan gave me a stunner, and that led into a reverse DDT by the Lunatic. So that was good. I guess, it's another moment I had. Other than that, just, we didn't have the relationship that he had with, with everybody else, everyone from Windy City and all that, Hunter Payne, Braun, Terry. We didn't have that kind of relationship, but we had respect for each other. And when GPW had that school, Ivan would go down there from time to time and, help train. And he taught me some things, he put some stuff in my head to remember that I try to remember to this day, how to do things in the ring, without having to memorize stuff, if you will, work on the fly. I guess we can call it for what it is. I'll say he does hit hard. He's wasn't afraid to lay him in. But that's the Windy City way. That's that's pro wrestling as it should be. Can't be afraid to just be a little snub.
Yeah,
that's what he was. He didn't pull his punches. But he was safe about it and very professional. Outside the ring, after parties, always fun to talk to when I could talk to him. The one thing I regret, but I guess it's not really on me. It's not on him. It's just the way things fell. When he announced his retirement, I was there. It was on the Power Hour thing at it was the week before that big Dynamic show. Out in Woodridge. And he was just, talking about when he's going to leave the business. He had one more year left. And me, I like to get my shit in, if you will. I got on there and I just asked him if I can be one of the guys that he, wrestles down the line before he retires.
Yeah.
And typical, he said, we'll see what can happen. Obviously, it didn't happen, and now it'll never happen because we lost him so early. It sucks, The good ones, they always leave too early. We always lose people, and I hate losing people. This year has sucked, especially for me.
Yeah, 2025 has been. I mean, I don't know. I can't imagine the year you or even Pat has had. But yeah, dude, it's hard. It's hard to deal with it. It almost feels unfair sometimes. I would love to have seen you and Ivan wrestle, man. Again, there was a list of matches we were going to run through. We were going to talk. We were supposed to talk post retirement, which obviously it wasn't that long. I mean, the idea was like as soon as we were going to do the interview, it was pretty much talking about him coming back, and we're going to recap some of the matches he did, like a CSW cage match he did, a 3 stages of hell match at ARW, the match where Braun hit him with a flaming guitar. These key matches that people still talk about today, and the retirement tour, going through everything and facing Terry and all that stuff. And I have to look for it because it's either on my external hard drive. I know it's not on my phone anymore. But I still got the recording of his retirement speech from ARW.
But I think it's on the YouTube page on ARW.
I'm sure it is. It just means more to me than it's from my phone.
Yeah.
Because I record the whole thing, even though he was, in a wheelchair and on a crutch and everything.
Oh yeah, because he did injure himself.
Yeah, yeah, perfect timing for that one.
Yeah.
So the one thing I kind of want to do, because like Nubby and I both mentioned, and Apex kind of the same boat as us. It's like there's between the three of us, we don't have stories of the road with Ivan Manson. We just don't. It's a different generation, and it's just paths hardly ever crossed. So there's something I want to do, and I think it'd be pretty cool if I get to work out. I want to find a way to do the follow-up interview for Ivan Manson, but through other people.
Okay.
So the one thing I want to do, if it's possible, and again, if people want to do this, everyone's welcome to do it. Doesn't matter if you're a fan, a wrestler, a booker, I don't care who you are. If you have a story with Ivan Manson, about Ivan Manson, whether it be a story about you guys being on the road, a story about a match you guys had, even if it's just you want to say goodbye, if you want to say some kind words about whatever it is, if you want to send that, you can send it to, I'll link an email on the Facebook post that you can send the video to. I don't care how long it is, we'll make it work. But if I could find a way to get some videos from people, splice it together, and do a tribute video for Ivan that I could put out there for everyone, I would love to do that. Like I said, the idea of the second interview is kind of recap highlights of his career, just like not so much the story anymore, but key points. And who's going to know those points better than the guys that he shared the ring with, shared the road with. So if you made it this far into our show, thank you for being listeners of our show. But if you guys want to be a part of that, if you want to be a part of that video, I'll try to do something. And as soon as I get enough of them together, I can put this video out. So I don't want to put a time limit on it, but I would love to get it out sooner rather than later. So Nubby's the one that shares our show on Facebook. He's the one that puts together that stuff. So if you ever see anyone mouthing off about me saying bad shit about people, that's Nubby's words, not mine. I'll send him over the email address for us. I think it's just freakinwrestling@yahoo.com. But we'll put it in there. You can send a clip over there, and then I'll put something together for Ivan that everyone could go listen to, and maybe be a one-stop for all the memories and stories for him. So
I'll even since I'm going to be at ARW this Friday, if anyone wants to do one there, if you're going to be at the show, I'll be glad to record it there at that moment, and then I can send it on over.
that'd be awesome.
So just if you're listening and are going to be at that show Friday, if you don't want to do it now, but are willing to do it Friday, just hit me up beforehand. That way I can make a list on who to go to and when. And I'll try to get there as soon as I can. And we can do it before the show, intermission, after, whatever.
Yeah, I love that idea. I'm actually kind of excited. So I hope we get a lot of stories. The impact that Ivan has had on so many people in this area. I only got to meet him one time, and he was nothing but great to me that day. I wish I had more stories. I wish I had more time. As Travis said, I wish interviews could have been done, more conversations could have happened, because the man had a lot of knowledge in this business, and I'm glad that he touched so many people. I've had a bunch of people reach out because, as I said on my post when I shared that unfortunately he's no longer with us, I didn't personally know him, but my brothers did. So if anyone needs anything, especially going through loss, I've been through a lot in the last year and a half. I'm an open book for my brothers to contact me, even if it's just to get your, get it out of your chest. I had a few people call me Saturday night, and people call me on Sunday. So it was, while I can't speak for the man, you see the character that he actually was. And I know I had to step away when you guys were talking for a second. I had my last customer of the evening. But I listened to everything you guys said, and he touched a lot of people. He did a lot of good things. So it would be great to hear some cool stories.
Yeah. I hope people do it, and it's not, I said, it's not one of the things where I'm going to pick and choose. If I get something from somebody, I'm going to put it in there. Now, I may pick and choose. It depends on what people send me. It's like,
yes, it's got to be a legit story and appropriate.
Yeah. I don't need any stories about somebody, performing an Eiffel Tower on somebody with Ivan Manson and shit.
Yeah.
I'm sure there might be a picture of that somewhere, though.
I'm sure there is,
Yeah.
For Ivan, he's a bigger dude. It's probably more of like a Lean Tower Pisa thing, but regardless, if you guys got stories of Ivan on the road or in the ring, those are what I want to hear, and we may not be able to sit here and talk and tell stories about Ivan, but I know C-Red can. And I know him and Steve are going to talk about Ivan on the Power Hour this week. So if you're not watching the Power Hour or listening to the Power Hour, make sure you're doing that. They are going to talk to Billy Wack for Superwrestlers, but they did say they are going to talk about Ivan Manson on that show. And if anyone out of Freakin Studios knows Ivan the most, it's obviously Mr. Young. So go over there and listen to what they got to say and listen to what they got to talk about with Ivan. Again, he is a amazing guy. It's unfortunate he's gone. 54, I think he was.
Around that age, I knew that for
50,
sure.
71, so 52-ish, 53.
It's 4.
Hey,
Is it 54? Is that math right?
Yeah, 25 or now. So
Yeah.
1 plus 4 is
We're
five.
not. Listen, this is
Matt.
School Rock, so it's no fucking matter. It's
Yeah.
fine. So too young, too soon.
Yes,
fair.
I
And
don't
the
want to.
crazy part is the AFA hasn't even began their tear, and they just lost someone big to do some terrorizing. Man,
Yeah, it's. I was thinking about making the RW show this Friday, because I know they're going to. I know they're going to do the belt thing for him. That's going to be a somber fucking show.
Honestly, I might make a man out there myself this week. If that's the case.
That's going to be a rough show. There's going to be a lot of yeah.
I think I'm going to find a way. I'm going to find a way to make my way out there.
Oh yeah. So, rest in peace, Ivan. Again, guys, share those videos. Nubby's gonna be there. I'll try to make it, but Nubby said he's gonna be there. Get with him. Reach out either on our Facebook post or reach out to Nubby because I do want to get those clips in. It'd be awesome to hear some stories. Hell, give me some stories of him on the boat. I know that dude loved his boat.
oh yeah.
So
He just got a new one too. He sold the last one. Got
yeah,
it.
I saw that.
Man,
Yeah, sometimes it's unfair.
life is
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know who won the predictions. I can't remember. It's downstairs. Somebody won Money in the Bank, and there was a 3-way tie with the other ones.
Oh, nice.
And I know I came in third in the. I'll upload it. It'll be fun. Okay. Guys, make sure you follow us on social media: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Real quick. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about? Are we good?
I think it's a really good note to end on.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Make sure you follow us on social media: Facebook, Instagram, or X, just by searching Just Freakin Wrestling JFW Podcast. Continue to listen to us wherever you are picking up our audio podcast. If you do want to watch the video, you could do so over at YouTube at Just Freakin Wrestling with the JFW Podcast. If you do want to see the interview I did with Ivan a couple years back, as I mentioned, Nubby did share it to our Facebook page. You can go over there and check it out from there. While it takes you over to YouTube to watch it, subscribe and notification bell over there too. Why the hell not? Do me a favor. Yeah. Power Hour is going to be on this week. I mentioned everything they're talking about. Everyone else from Freakin Studios is producing content and putting shit out there, except for the LIM, but that just happens. So that's all I got.
I believe we can
Ring the bell on this episode.
Perfect. As always, I'm Travis.
And I am the faction Slayer, Nubby, the Amazing Turtle, Cowabunga.
And I am the king of combat, the top of the food chain, Apex.
And thank you for listening to another episode of Just Freakin Wrestling, the JFW Podcast.